we this morning again. Grand rising. Yeah man. Taking another stroll through the park here. Now it's the 4th of July. Definitely much more quieter than it was yesterday, even though yesterday was so quiet. It's nice and cool. The high today will be 83, which right now I think is like 60 something. Yeah, so it's a very beautiful morning. Yeah, the vibes continue again, um, just the walk from where I live down to the park. It's about half a mile. It's a nice little half a mile. And sorry about that. And I'm passing the trees coming down, and I started noticing that some of the trees they have expressions on them. Like how we wear our expressions on our face. I'm looking at the trees and I realized, I said, look, hon, I said, the trees, they have expressions, and we start listing out the expression that we find in the tree. And then we came across another one where it was chopped down, but you have fungus growing, you have mushrooms and other little plants busting out of it. So you know that it is still alive. And then when we got into the park, looking at these big, beautiful, strong trees, right? I'm like, they're still standing proud and strong. I hope I was recording because this thing was, I forgot that my headphones was in there, and I really don't know much about technology like that. So anyway, so I said, but when I came into the park, it's like I started looking at the trees this morning and they look so strong and proud, and I'm like, look at that. Even though the trees they know, and disclaimer here, let me tell you something. I'm not for everybody. I'm known to be quirky, think outside of the box, and just talk a lot. Yeah, I do talk a lot. Funny thing is I talk a lot and my husband hardly talks. I can't imagine that conversation. But there has to be a balance, don't it? Yeah. Anyway, even though the trees, they know that man still have the power to chop them down. They don't shy away. They don't stop. Do what they're supposed to do. They still bear their fruits. They still bear their leaves. They still help the earth quench itself when it gets too hot because they absorb all that water. So the tree don't stop being a tree because and say that there's something out there that can end their lives. And I guess maybe too, they know their purpose of why they're here and what they're supposed to do. And there are times when they're going to need to be chopped down to build and to create. But at the same time, just be mindful and tell them thank you for providing that service. But anyway, back to the story. So, I'm saying, as humans here, sometimes somebody do something to us, say something, we get offended, do something, we get offended, and so forth. And we withdraw ourselves from it. We withdrew love, we withdrew kindness. Now we start talking about that person in a bad way. And all along they were good to you until they did something that you find offensive. And I'm not saying that to be mindful, not to be mindful, that, of the traits of some people and how it makes you feel. Like, we were talking about that yesterday. But you don't withdraw from being human. You don't withdraw from being a loving person, a caring person, or if there's something that, that will benefit somebody along the way. You don't stop being that person just because. And even if you want to withdraw from that person, don't be nasty about it. Still be human. Don't it? Yeah, still be human. So that's all I wanted to say this morning. No, I changed my mind. That's not all I want to say. I think I have more to say. And in continuation to what I was saying about not withdrawing ourselves, don't let people's behavior change who you are either. I've seen that happen. It's happened with me. and I have to come back to self and said, hey, nah, that doesn't make me feel good. And I want to feel good and enjoy life and be happy. And I don't want to hold grudges. I don't want to, be upset with Tom because Harry did something to me, or or not wanting to be myself, or doing the same for somebody else if needs be because another person, took advantage or disadvantage. I've never figured out how to use those two separately, and it's not that I'm a dum-dum, it's just the way we talk, I guess. So anyway, I never really think much about it. Don't let people's behavior make you change who you are, because it is a part of our evolvement. We're evolving here, people, and this can't be it for us. This alone just can't be it where we get up and it's like we're on that all day long. And I'm not saying that for everybody, I'm saying it for some. I've seen it. I walk around, I've been on the trains going to work, commuting in traffic, and you can see the behavior of how people are, to know that they get up every day with that same tune. Boring. You understand? Depleting their energy every single day. Vibrating so low you can't even catch a nice frequency. And I believe that the actions, the things that we do is what, creates that energy for us. Life is a rhythm, and it's like, find a rhythm. Find a rhythm. Like, even every day, if you can find a different rhythm, find a different rhythm until something clicks, until happiness just starts protrude right through you, Because trust me, being low vibration, it doesn't work. It can kill you. It can kill you. It puts you in stress mode. So all kind of things start happening to you. And then you start stressed about what's happening to you and not realizing where the onset of the stress started. So dance to the rhythm of life until something clicks. You understand? Yeah, man. Because it seems as if everything on the face of the earth knows its place. And we as human, we don't. We don't. I don't know. We don't. And it's not in money. It's not in political power. It's not in... I don't know. Find it in nature. I'm not lying. Find it in nature. Because nothing else is working. Everybody will fight for the same thing, to be the same, to operate the same, to have the same title, to have the same. Look on the houses that they're building nowadays. Every house now look the same. You can't even be unique and express yourself, through your dwelling. They tell you at work what to wear because you can't express yourself according to how you feel like dressing today. You know what I'm saying? And all these rules and these stigmas, this is what's breaking us down, making us into less than what we are. We're humans. What wanna say? We're on top of the food chain or some shit like that. Excuse my French. We're humans. We're on top. But why do we behave like savages and like that to each other? To each other. It's like we don't care. We don't speak to each other. A good morning is like you're stifling out to say it. You can hardly hear if another person will even do that. Why can't we acknowledge that we're here? All of us are here. It's messed up, man. It's really, really messed up. It's really, really messed up. All right, we're done. Until next time, one love.